Feedback Radio Podcast.
So, hello, thank you for coming. My name is Leo. I'm a student from the Unarte University at the photo department. We know each other and we are doing another episode on the podcast. This is about exchanges or international students. All of us right now in this university, we're international students, different situations. Me and Arti, I'm here with Arti and with Luf from Belgium. Arti is from India, I am from Mexico. And me and Arti come with a scholarship from the Romanian government, which allows us to study in here the full process, and we also had to do it in Romanian, so we had to learn the language before. It was nice, and we are doing okay. But yeah, it's hard, but from time to time. Okay. But yeah, so that's the topic for today. And first of all, I would like to ask you, for example, how did you decide to come from Romania? We can discuss it a little bit, each of us. I can start with you, Luf.
Okay. I came here because I lived in Bucharest for 1 month when I was in gap year 5 years ago, and I enjoyed it, so I decided to come back.
Okay, that's nice. What about you, Arti?
I think it's a gut feeling. I just decided, okay, Bucharest is a thing, and then I just went along. Yeah. Cool. How about you?
For me, it was like, I like to tell sometimes that I just closed my eyes and chose a place. I was seeking some adventure to go out. Mm-hmm. I love my place of birth and everything, but I was getting bored. So I was, okay, university, but outside. And I found a nice opportunity in here. I didn't know anything about the culture or things, so I just decided, okay, let's see how it is. So here I am.
Did you have a lot of choice to choose in countries and stuff?
Like in Europe, yes. We had like something Hungary and some other places, like even in the Western Europe. I think Leo, I shared the list of university which he has right now. But it's more like what is convenient for you. Mm-hmm. Basically, Romanian government was someone who told us like, hey, look, you come here, you study. We are not going to burden you with how much you score or what you do. You are free in that way. But other countries, they have like maximum or minimum percentage of like, you had to score or secure or something.
Yeah, it's very free how we are treated in here. Like we just had to present, the whole process was a little long, bureaucratic and stuff, but I think Erasmus was as well. I was also last semester with Erasmus, and the whole process was also like, oh my god, terrible, but
yeah, it's a long journey.
Well, yes.
Before going to the trip.
Yes, but it's worth it at the end. Yeah, it was certain times, both occasions, and I was like, okay, that's it, I don't want to go anymore, this doesn't work out, okay, that's a sign, but no, I made it both times, the end, and it was very, very nice, and I don't regret it, and I'm happy that I was able to. But, so, now that we are here, how is it for you, Arti?
I think it was initially really exciting. The first 2 years, you come like from a different background, like cultural background, and then you start to exploring. But since now it is 3 years, I'm starting to see like the other side also, which is not really good for me. Yeah, I mean, yes. How about you, Lou?
I'm here for just 5 months, so it's not 3 years. But I think I could not be here for like more than 5 months because I really love this city, but there is too much car and I hate cars. And it's, I will be polite.
It's a downside, let's say it like that. Yeah, I also get bothered with the cars in the city, but that's a big problem that they have to here. So, yeah. But me, for example, it's been nice. I have had a lot of ups and downs. It was also a total cultural shock.
I think you cannot like come in an exchange and don't have bad days and bad times.
Yeah, but I think that is the beauty of it as well. Like
you learn about yourself and
you get to grow in ways that you cannot do it some other place because you're basically alone. Maybe you were lucky and you were able to travel with someone else, maybe a friend, maybe you knew some people or something. But at the end of the day, you are pretty much alone. Like I don't like it. Sometimes I feel like an adult, and it's like, whoa, I don't like it.
Too much.
Yeah.
I would suggest, like, I would say, in my opinion, the time when I experienced solitude, like not loneliness, was the best time. The things when I started letting people in my life, it was kind of not good for me, which I realized. So it's the other way around for me. It's not about everyone, but like there are some boundaries which has been violated.
You think it has to do with the cultural part of it, the cultural differences and the mindsets of the people, for example, from the city or from this particular country in exchange with yours?
I think it's actually other way around. Yes, definitely there are some cultural differences between people from different countries, but it's also they also have an understanding that people where they come from and how it's about acceptance. Like even if you like spend time with them and go around and have a good time, but deep down you know, like, hey, look, we are different, you know. It's about not having a sense of belonging in any relationship, but eventually you figure out your own people. Like it's all a trial and error. I would suggest
this brings me to a topic like, have you felt like maybe not just in this exchange or this international experience that we have had, maybe you have another one, I have a couple before, or also I went with Erasmus last semester, and I felt like it was hard to connect with the local people. Also in here, it took me longer, way long. Like I had to learn the language pretty well to really start to hang out with them, and it made me easier, but still it's easier for me to connect in deeper sense or something with people that are in some kind of similar situation as I am, that come from another place to living here and they are experiencing like this, and I think that has something to do. How was it for you, for example?
Yeah, it's quite the same. It's I have my only friend here. He was my student of Unate, and so they are not Romanian. But there are a few Romanian, but come from different countries. And anyway, but I have the same feeling that it's easier to connect with people that don't come from the country, even though it sucks because it's nice to when you live in a country to like make friends of the country, and not from
do the traditions, getting to the popular.
Not from other country, but I don't know. It's and I was wondering, because I was asking this question like multiple times since I'm here, I was wondering if it's the same in Brussels, like if people come not from Brussels, not from Belgium, and they arrive, is it harder to be friends with Brussels people or from other places? I was wondering that, but I don't have the answer.
I had the experience, for example, also in here and in Spain. Last semester that I was there, it happened to me exactly the same. And I thought that because I speak the language and I don't know, our culture is very similar, it would be so much easier for me to get along with Spanish people and so on. But no, because I think local people are very close in their daily routines, in their daily friendships, and all of that. And just some of them are like more interested in, hey, I'd like to hang out with you guys or something. I want to show you around, something like this. It was very rare to find something like that. So the same as it was for me, like I connected with people from, I don't know, Italy, Germany, a lot of other places from Europe or from exchanges.
Maybe it's also the time, like people know that I'm here, and when you are in Erasmus, here for just like 5-6 months, at least, minimum, no, maximum. Well, it's different if you are here for 2 years, but I think the time is also maybe like a blocking in the head, like, oh, I'm not gonna be like put attention in this like friendship if they're gonna leave like in 4 months.
Yeah, but it was funny because I managed to do also some friends that were established in there, like they've been living in there for a couple of years, and they were seeing themselves living for many more years in the city, but they were not Spanish. Yeah. They were from Latin America, they were from Italy, they were from so many other places, but it was just easier, because I think, and it was cool because it was like a big community looking for something like that in there where I went. I went in Valencia, and it's very popular between international people because it's warm, it has a beach, it has many activities, so it's easier to connect in that way. Yeah, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah, in a way, like when the international people are left out, they understand each other and they start to make a group for themselves. That way, like you feel connected in such way. But there are also people like the locals. You connect with them, you have a random conversation with them, just because you meet them in depth, like how you met yourself in depth. Some people really have like self-awareness. It comes with age and experience maybe. Age cannot be the reason, but I'm trying to understand maybe it's coming from the self-experience, like self-awareness mostly. And that's how I figured out. These people are like, okay, look, we understand you, and we will draw a line. You meet me here, I will also make an effort to meet you here. And that's how I managed some relationship till now, right now. But I don't know about like the Spanish people yet. So,
yeah. It's I agree with you. It's like, even if you get to hang around with local people and so on, sometimes it's even harder. Me, for example, and this leads to the next question, would you see yourself, like maybe in the future, or spending more time here, for example, in Bucharest, or in another place that you have had another kind of exchange? I think you already said that you don't see yourself for a longer period of time. Me, for example, I feel also like I need a little change. I want, if I next year change this, if I don't change country, maybe I will change the city for sure, because I want to shake things up a little bit.
It's good.
What about you, Art?
I think I was hanging out with the Erasmus group, and I had a conversation with them. I think I get along with not get along, but I see like the French people have the most fun. I mean, I find them, oh my God, now I decided like, they're the happy people, which it could be generalizing, but this is how I decided, okay, they're having a lot of fun. Maybe I should try France, So I'm just up to France, and I'm trying to understand whether I could study there. But meanwhile, I also get along with people from Italy who are studying there. So I'm just seeing which one will work for me. It might look like I'm very quiet and everything, but actually I enjoy when people have fun. And I'm like, oh look, this is fun. So I'm thinking of moving around somewhere. Bucharest has been very nice, but this was like the first Western experience for me. And I learned a lot, and now I think I should have like very firm boundaries in kind of people who I accept and the kind of people who I want to be friends with. So it's not like someone is making an effort to be friends with, you let them because you give them a chance, but it's not good for you. So I'm just starting to realize that. In that way, I realized, okay, I should be open to the French culture for now, because I think they are nice.
Okay.
I'm standing now.
So you want to move a little bit more, even more to the west to find out, okay, so now how is around here? It sounds nice.
They are not all nice, but
because I feel they are accepting people from a different culture. For example, I do not know his name, the one who was dancing with my hand.
With the rat?
Yeah, like the...
We were together like this? Shandy.
Okay, I forgot his name, but he was like, Handy, I think. So I was at the bar, like we were everyone was dancing, and he made sure that I make a move. Like he was dancing with me. I'm like, finally someone understood me. So there are people who understands me. Deep down, I also want to do it, but I'm like, okay, maybe it's new. When something is new, you think about it. Yeah. So I think they are accepting people who are from different, who are different, you know. So they're open to it. So I think I would try them then. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, for example, how would you say, with the support that you get, for example, me and you get some support from the Romanian government to be here and to study and all of this, but of course we know that this is not enough, that we all either have to work or we have to do other stuff or have support from family, but the support itself, and it also comes the question for the support that you get with that Erasmus, because you get a scholarship as well.
Money.
Yeah, the money. The money. The money that you get, like, do you feel it's enough for this? Or what other kind of struggles away from also taking in consideration money and the connection with local people? What other adversities would you say there is in moving abroad in an exchange or things like this?
For me, it was quite okay because your scholarship was calculating of the price of the country, and like if you are going to Iceland, you're gonna have a big scholarship, and in Romania you're gonna have a little because the price is not so high. But actually, I managed to have enough, and my French friends have less than me. So there are like a different way to calculate stuff. I don't know, but they don't have it as much as me. And I also have, like for the Belgian government, I'm poor. So I have a bigger scholarships. Okay. So that's good.
Okay.
We are happy for you, Luke.
Yeah. Thanks to my parents, not to me poor. I always have big scholarships.
That's good. Like, I mean,
it's a win-win. Like,
yeah.
So for me, it's quite okay. It's like I don't fight. Like just to take food, to go to the bar, and like to pay my rent. It's sufficient. And
it's enough.
Yes.
So it gets good with that.
Yeah.
Right. What about you, Arti?
I think first 2 years I kind of managed with my brother, with the help of my brother and stuff. Now, like this summer,
He's still in India?
Oh yes, but he travels once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah. This summer I worked.
Here?
Yeah, here. I took a job, and I'm grateful I got a job, but they weren't paying me as much as like how they pay Romanians. Yeah, so I thought like maybe to continue this, they asked me to sign a contract.
Because you are not Romanian, they are paying less?
Just because I'm also a student, so you have to work like only for 4 hours.
Yeah,
and yeah, you would see like when you start actually working, there is a difference in how you treat Romanians and how they treat you. It is not racism, it's nothing to do with anything, but come on, we support our people from our country. We all do that, you know, like, so I realized, I sensed it, and then I decided to quit like in the mid of October. Okay, this is enough, but I sent them a mail like saying, oh, look, actually I can do projects. You know, so that's how I've been managing. Whenever I want to do for the brush show or anything, okay, let me just quickly pick a project. Or if I wanted to buy something on my own, like, oh, look, I'm open. Or usually they approach me because they already have contact. And in case if I could not, if I wanted something, then I will make sure that I am available for something. In that way, they are very helpful. They give you contacts and stuff. So it's been like taking photos for like.
You were paying to go to CBU and Warsaw to take picture?
Oh no, I wasn't. I wasn't.
Okay.
That was like from a
That's cool.
If they would have helped me like that, I would be like, oh look, I'm gonna take like a lot of pictures.
So you also have to work, or you have to get support from other places. So yeah, for me, with that we are in a similar situation. For me, it helps. but of course it's not enough at all. Like you
And
have
it's one per year? Or how
No, it works monthly.
Okay.
It works monthly, and we get it through the university. But also we don't have to worry about the place to stay. We have the dormitory and things like this. If you want something else, you pay for it. But yeah. But with my Erasmus, me going to Spain, I believe that also it gets calculated differently, and maybe I was getting more than you, or maybe more than others that were from, I don't know, France, Germany.
Yeah.
But still, I was getting to it quite tight. Like I could pay the rent, and I had to find like cheap rent. Being also a really popular city for exchanges, Erasmus international people, the prices are growing quite fast.
So it was not calculated about the price of the country? Maybe yes, but not enough.
I'm not pretty sure how it was calculated, but it was either this or this quantity, depending on the, like a little line in there. Yeah. But I managed that it was alright, but I had to work still, and I was working at the time, so I was, to have like a little bit more fun, I had to spend and also put an investment of my side. Like, it was not enough at all. But
How did you manage to buy all those alcohol bottles which I saw in the picture?
I don't know.
He had a blast in Spain, and he put all the pictures as a project for he showed us all the pictures. I was like, oh my God, he had a good time.
Yeah, it was a nice experience.
But how do you rate like your experience in Bucharest and experience in Spain?
It's different.
Yeah.
I think in here I've been more long-term, mid-term maybe, for so to say. And in there it was very short-term, 5 months. It was way more intense back in Spain.
Yeah, it's like all the fun of 2 years, it's like in 4 months.
And you arrive in there and you feel like you want to make the most out of it and do everything, you know? At a certain point you get to a burnout and you're like, oh my God, I need to rest. But then you can continue a little bit more. Yeah. And in here, I also came a little bit more hyped, like, oh, let's see, let's explore, I also got to a little bit of a burnout to say, okay, I don't want any more. Now I'm taking it easier. But it's a place that I would like to discover a bit more, but I am also thinking to see other places. So it was different experiences. Both of them have good and both of them have bad. Yeah. I cannot, yeah.
But is there anything you have made a connection with, like one particular person? It could be anyone, like a...
Yeah. I made many nice friends in there. With some of them I still keep in touch from time to time. It was very nice, but also we find each other in similar situations. And in here, for example, I find myself being a little bit more like a local. And I don't hang out maybe so much with international people because, I don't know, maybe our paths just don't meet that much and it's harder to make that connection in that way. But back there, I have my colleagues also from Erasmus. I don't know, you're alone, so you said, okay, I want to try an Erasmus party maybe, or going to these activities and things like this. And then, and you create a community, a network, and people are very open because they are in the same situation. So, yeah, it was very nice also in that way. But also you can find these very open-minded people, and you can also find like these people that just want to party and they just want, no, I have everything. Or there's people that travel in groups. From the university, maybe they were sent like 6, 8 people, and they mostly stay together all the time. Which I think is nice, but I don't think that's the whole experience to really...
For me, you have to be
you don't get out of that bubble.
Otherwise, you're not meeting people.
Yeah.
Like my best friend is also from my school in Brussels. It's also in Erasmus in Cluj. And I was really happy that we are not in the same school or city, because otherwise I will just like... I'm pretty shy, so I will just like hide behind him, like, okay, meet people and I will just follow you.
And then
but
you will...
I didn't want to do that. It's my Erasmus, so I was really happy that we are not in the same city, like that. We have our own friends, and that's good. But I'm happy because I hate like friendship on the surface, like just small talk and stuff. And I was really like worried about how it was going to be in Erasmus, because it's hard to like, for me it's hard to make like deep connection and stuff like that. So I was kind of worried to just have for 5 months just small talk with people and just be like, oh yeah, the weather is so nice. And actually I made like really like 3 friends with like deep connection, and we are just talking about everything, and I'm really happy about that, because it would be so.
Yeah, I think you also become more open when you are alone, and in those senses you have to find. We are social beings, and you have to find someone.
To
some
connect.
Other people, to connect and to take out. Yeah, you can have a video call with friends, with family, whatever, but it's not the same. And also, you are experiencing something new. So yeah, I think you get a lot of good.
I agree
to
with
go
Lou,
out, going out.
What she said, because like I think the one wanted to be friends with you, and then you stick only with them. You know, you understand only their stories, and you believe all the stories. The day you decide, okay, no, let me try other people, like open up and try. They are not bad, they're nice. And then you realize on your own, like, oh my God, maybe I should go out and explore rather than just stick with someone or just go walk behind someone all the time. Yeah, I mean, I realize that.
That's true.
Yeah, but it's too late. It's been like already 2 years.
Well, you still have some time.
You
still have
7
and
months.
There also, I wanted to bring out the table, like to finish at least with this part. After I will talk with another colleague that she also went in Erasmus through the university in here. And I'm going to ask her a little bit more of like how was her experience, the process with the university to go out. But I would like to ask you also, would you do it again? Like you went to, but I think we already talked about this. Like, would you throw yourself out again? And if you saw, there are very nice opportunities in here. For example, there is Solidarity Corps that is also through Erasmus. There is traineeships. There is internships that you can do after your university or master degree. I mean, there are a lot of opportunities, and I think that is something that we're not aware of. And after you find out with someone that did it and tells you, and it's like, oh my God, I also want to do it. So that is also one of the purpose of this whole talk that I want to do, because it's really an enlightenment and really rich experience to go out and just put yourself outside, and everything, a lot of things just come to you. Just by putting yourself outside.
I think for me, it's been a learning process. It also understanding about self-reflection, like to reflect on your own self. Okay, if I put myself, for example, you're like a house cat, you've been given everything, and then you're like going to the wild. You have to save yourself from the predator. You cannot say, oh look mommy, the lion is killing me. No, you have to understand the lion and you have to move the way out. So that's what I learned. So there is I will definitely throw myself out again. And I'm willing to meet a lot of challenges. Even definitely people are going to be the biggest challenges which I learned. And when it comes to job opportunities, I hope like somewhere down the line I will make good colleagues, hopefully. What about you, Lou?
Yeah, I will 100% throw me back again and everything. Maybe with the thing I learn now, so maybe I will not be, because at the beginning it was kind of hard, because it's like it changed everything. Like I don't have my friend, my boyfriend, my country, my stuff and everything. So at the beginning it was hard, but I will remove this part and throw it again.
Yeah, you will.
Like now I'm grown up about all of that, so I will not be like just go ahead.
But it's also nice from time to time, if you have the opportunity to go back a little bit, get along also with the nice people that you have at home maybe, and then you go back again, because once that you tried it, it's difficult not to go back to it. So yeah, but all right, thank you very much. We'll make a little pause and then we will talk with my other colleague. So thank you, Lou. Thank you, Arti.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the invitation.
Feedback Radio Podcast.